Hey everybody, TJ here for the final day of our 25 days of custom amiibo cards. If you've been with me this whole time, thank you so much. I've really enjoyed having this back and forth with you guys, and you have completely inspired a number of the movesets that we've used for these figures. And in addition to that, you've educated me about some of the characters that maybe I haven't had as much experience in-game with. For the final episode, we're gonna go out with a bang. Not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 custom amiibo cards. And they're all going to center around my favorite video game character of all time, Link. If you saw the Q&A that was unlocked by my Patreon supporters, then maybe you had a quick sneak peek at these guys, but we're going to go over them in some great detail today. Individually, one at a time, and we're going to set up the custom move set for all of them. I've played every Zelda game that's ever came out, and I love all of them, and all of them provide for me a unique and memorable experience. Four Swords and Four Swords Adventures were no exception. The idea of Link being able to divide himself into 4 separate parts and have to cooperate with himself to be able to complete certain challenges, it was a neat idea. It was a fun way to make Legend of Zelda a multiplayer game. It was difficult to play because it had a very steep buy-in. You needed to have 4 Game Boys, you needed to have 4 link cables, and you needed to have 4 friends who were all willing to come and do this. So fortunately for me, it worked out. It happened to be at a time in my life where I could sit down and play it, and it was cool. Well, I will say though, it breaks up friendships. It does. Some people go in there with the agenda of playing nice and getting to the end of the game, and other people, they just want to mess with you. They just want to totally destroy you. And at the end of each stage in Four Swords Adventures for the GameCube, you're rated. They encourage some foul play by rewarding people who collect the most things and who destroy the other guys and stuff like that. So whoever does the worst or is the most evil, they get converted into a shadow version of Link, like this one. So don't think for one second Dark Link got left out. He's completely in there. These are all the Toon versions, so if you hear me just say Green Link, Red Link, I know that they're Toon, but I might just do that for the purposes of not having to say Toon a million times in this episode. So here's our goal for the day, and it's going to take us a little bit of time, so bear with me. We're going to try to give these 5 custom Link amiibo cards as unique of a moveset as we can, and in all ways possible, maybe giving them a slight edge in their particular area of expertise. Here we go. Up first, Green Toon Link. I never get sick of that. Let's check out your special moves, buddy. So I left him on all the standards because he is, well, the standard. But let's go through them move by move anyway, just so that we can kind of have it fresh in our minds by the time we get to the next guys. So we got the Hero's Bow. Fire an arrow with your bow, charge it up for more power and range. Fire Arrow sets fire to the ground where the arrow lands, but the range is reduced. And Piercing Arrow. Fire a piercing arrow at high speed, does less damage than normal arrows. For the side special, we've got Boomerang. Deals damage on its way out and on its way back, can be thrown diagonally. The Floating Boomerang, throw a boomerang that's slow to return, it'll vanish if it hits anything on its way back. And the third option is the High-Speed Boomerang. Throw a high-speed boomerang that passes through fighters, deals less damage than normal. Okay? For the up special, we've got the Spin Attack, can't go wrong with that. Spin with your sword, can hit opponents more than once, and can be charged. The Sliding Spin Attack, slide forward while spinning. If used in the air, you'll move more sideways than up. And the Flying Spin Attack, a spin attack that ends in an upward slash, sending both you and the slashee into the air. Slashee, I like that. And for the down special, we've got the Bomb. Pull out a throwable bomb, it'll explode after a while, or when it hits something. The Time Bomb. The bomb explodes only when its fuse runs out, does less damage but launches foes. And finally, the Short Fuse Bomb. A powerful bomb with a very short fuse, the explosion sends fighters flying upward. So now we've seen them all, I'm going to leave Green Toon Link at the default. And next up we've got Red Toon Link. I've set him up as my Boomerang Boy. It doesn't get old. Alright, let's see your special moves. I tried to set him up with moves that would be a little bit more boomerang-centric. Obviously, he only has one move that even impacts the boomerang, but I kind of want to give him the best of the boomerang, or the one that's the most boomerangy. And I also gave him the fire arrow because in the official artwork for Four Swords Adventures, he's the one who's holding the fire rod and kind of sets it to the hiney of the green Toon Link. And very oftentimes the red tunic is associated with fire, so that's where the fire arrow came from. The second one, none of these really emerged to me as the best or the baddest or the biggest or the most amazing of all the boomerang moves. So having some speed is an advantage. I guess he's a little bit quicker off the draw. I am going to change it to high speed boomerang. But let me know what you think. For the up special, I gave him the sliding spin attack because I guess it gives his body closer to the trajectory of a boomerang. So that was my rationale there. And then for the final one, I gave him the standard bomb. Next up, we've got Blue Toon Link, my blue bomber boy. Scanning him in. I'm not kidding, I totally love that battle cry. Let's check out his special moves. So for the standard special, I gave him Piercing Arrow. He just wants to get it off quick, get it out of the way so he can go back and focus on some more bombs. For the side special, I just gave him the standard boomerang. Nothing special, no frills. He just wants to get that out of the way too, because there's bombs to be managing. For the up special, I gave him the flying spin attack, because the more time you spend in the air, the more time you have for bombs. And for the down special, I gave him the short fuse bomb because it takes a real explosives expert to be able to handle a quick wick like that. And I think our blue buddy here has it totally down pat. He can handle this. And the final link in our foursome, Purple Link, is going to be our archery expert. Scan him in. It's so good. Let's check out your special moves. For the first one, I don't really know which one of these is the best of the arrow moves because they all are pretty cool. And so far, all three of them are represented with other links. I've got the green link at the standard, and I've got red link at the fire, and I've got blue link at the piercing. So none of these are unique at this point. I think I'm gonna set him at the standard arrow and then just emphasize its use in training him. For the second one, I'm gonna give him the floating boomerang. It's a boomerang that's slow to return and it vanishes if it hits anything on its way back, so it actually kind of behaves a little bit more like an arrow than a boomerang. For the up special, I gave him the sliding spin attack so that his body's gonna launch forward more similar to the trajectory of an arrow than the standard spin attack. And finally, I gave him the time bomb. So that way, he can sit the bomb out there, let it rest for a little bit, and then pelt you with a few arrows before you even know what hit you. And finally, the dark horse of the bunch, Dark Toon Link. So let's scan him in and see what we got going on. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but his pre-battle scream seemed like it had a little bit more menace behind it. Maybe it's the glowing red eyes. Let's check out your special moves. So for the standard special, I gave him the fire arrow because, as we all know, one common trait amongst dark doppelgangers is they like to watch things burn. For the side special, I'm actually going to set him at the standard boomerang. For the up special, I gave him the spin attack like green Toon Link, but I'm pretty sure he'll find a way to put his own personal dark spin on it. Get it? Spin on it. And then for the down special, right now I have it set at the standard bomb, but I think I'm going to change it to the short fuse bomb because another common trait amongst most dark doppelgangers is a short fuse. At least I know that's true in the case of Dark TJ. Now that we've got our moves set up, let's just take one last look at these custom amiibo cards. We've got green Toon Link, red Toon Link, blue Toon Link, purple Toon Link, and dark Toon Link. If you'd like to get your hands on any one of these for a pledge of $25, then you can get the custom Toon Link amiibo card of your choice. I don't have many, so if you want it, move quick. Also, if you've been holding out to get a custom amiibo card of yourself, one that I make for you based on the QR code that you provide for me, this is your last chance to do it. It is the final day to make a pledge of $35 to my Patreon because I will not have this tier available next month. It's purely a matter of time, and if I'm gonna make you one, I'm gonna make it as good as I possibly can. I'm going to invest the full capacity that I have to give you the highest quality custom that I can. And as of next month, I'm gonna be a lot shorter on time. So it is completely possible that this tier could be added again in the future, although for the immediate future, it will not be. So if you're waiting, don't wait anymore. Let up on the brakes, make that pledge, And if enough of you guys join the battle, we might actually unlock other tiers on Patreon, like Custom Conquest Basic Training. It'll be a 5-episode mini-series that covers very quickly some of the common things that come up time and time again, no matter what amiibo you're customizing. For example, disassembly tips and painting tips, things of that nature. And who knows, let's aim for the sky. If we get enough support, we can unlock Custom Conquest Season 2, which, if you caught my Patreon Q&A, you know is 100% dedicated to Legend of Zelda. It will include a card customizing tutorial. It will include 12 unique Legend of Zelda inspired amiibo that I'm super excited to make, and I really hope that I can take you on that adventure with me through the Custom Conquest episodes, because as you know, it takes a ton of time, and I really love to be able to share this with the community that I'm so passionate about, but it does require a little bit of help. So that's it, guys. That concludes our 25 days of custom amiibo cards. Thank you so much for coming on this adventure with me, and I hope you'll stick around for Me Season 2. We'll see you next time. Thanks for playing.